again. If it cuts me off again, there's nothing I can do but come back later. They're saying, I don't see anyone. Let me know if you're here, you hear me. You can see the live because I kept trying to reconnect it. It wouldn't let me reconnect. It just cut me off and put me out. So I don't want to get into it until you let me know that you can hear me. Can you hear me? I don't see anyone. Okay. I see the number one for one person. Okay. I see 4 people. These beings told me, and that's one of the main reasons why this will not stop until they want it to stop, because each state is controlled by a demon. It's a principality. It's a region. They have territorial spirits over states and over towns and cities. And when I'm asking, I just stumbled across this, which I know wasn't an accident. It's a territorial spirit. And it says the term territorial spirit refers to demons, false gods, and other celestial or spiritual entities that rule over a certain geographical area, like a region or a country. So the United States is ruled by territorial spirits and major principalities. They control Congress. They control the District of Columbia, control Washington. They control all the major government, church, schools, police, fraternal order of police, sheriffs, federal agencies. Look at the police and the federal agencies and the stars. They wear the sigils on their badge. 5-point star, 6-point star, 7-point star, 8-point star. And a lot of these people are officers and don't even know what that means. And a lot of them are also Masons and the stars. So they secretly know what it is. And if you look at their bumper, a lot of times you'll see it looks just like Baphomet, the head of the goat. The Eastern Star symbol. I've seen it, and I've seen it on graves. So you have territories and regions. They put them over the area. They do prayers and rituals and create death. Look at certain areas of town. You see, usually the north side of town is the nicest side of town because they took the north side of town from the indigenous people. You look at the south side, you look at project areas, you never wondered why there's more shooting, there's more drugging, even though they put it there, there's more crime, because they put different territorial demons and principalities over the area. Then they'll have the preachers, people that run the fast food, the churches, the welfare programs, the police. They will have those people come to your doors if they want to preach the Bible to you. Those are secretly occult people that watch certain people and show up at people's houses. Jehovah's Witnesses, the all the other organizations where they act like they're on the corner, the Shriners and all of the institutions. They have the secret witches in them, and they run the cities and they run the government, the local government, the state government, and the federal government. This is what these beings are telling me. That's why I said, you're not going to be able to do anything about it. As long as they rule over it, and they have witches in every town and city, and they help to finance the crime, finance passing the laws, finance the music. They control the music and the church. Whatever you're drawn into most, the school, the sports, the athletics, that's what they're going to bind you with. Things that you feel like you can't do without in certain foods and certain alcohols. Just like spirits. They call alcohol spirits because there are particular ones that watch over a store and surround the store. And if it's not you running that store and it's another race or ethnic group running that store, they have been told, and they do the rituals to put the demons out, to draw you in there, take your money, keep you in a slave position, broke and poor and consumed and bound with spirits, principalities that run each corner of that area that's always in distress, always drama. Insurance is higher, crime is higher, drugs are higher, food is higher and it's usually contaminated, and so is water. And so this is what some of these big beings that look like giant bats and giant drones were saying. They're circling California. They're circling every state. They're getting ready to go into. I told you the major cities they're going into. Atlanta has a code and a main demon. Then under that, it has a hierarchy of them, an army of them. It's just that, I have to get their names and what they do. They're structured just like the military, like a Fortune 500 company. You're not going to be able to beat them because it even says in the Bible, God let Satan rule for an appointed time and made him the ruler of the earth until he comes to bind him in the bottomless pit. Okay. So again, territorial spirits, the term territorial refers to demons, false gods, and other celestial, which is also connected to astronomy, astrology, numerology, different planets and constellations, NASA, and it connects with the beings down here. The things they tell you to get away from: don't listen to anybody who has a gift of prophecy, discernment, that's the devil. Don't do tarot, don't listen to tarot, but it's what they do, as well as a lot of human bloodshed, blood rituals. When you see a person dead in a particular area and it's a lot of high crime there and they're laid out a certain way, that's a ritual so the demon can feast on it to keep them fed, to maintain and dominate that geographic region, that territorial region. So it says those entities that rule over a certain geographical area, like a region or a country, these spirits attempt to hinder the spread of the gospel message, bring spiritual darkness and blindness to God's light, and oppress and influence the people living in that area. Just like I just told you, you can see what I'm saying. After the war in heaven, Satan was cast down to the earth with fallen angels or demons who supported him in the war. Revelation 12:7. It makes logical sense that since Satan is the only one entity that demons and other evil spiritual powers would coordinate with him, Satan is called the prince of the power of the air. Ephesians 2:2. If Satan and his demons had the same range in wickedness and depravity, it would be hard to imagine they would get along or coordinate with one another. Demons would be just as envious and selfish as the people who don't know Christ. So it would, but the Christ is you. So it would make sense that Satan rules his demons with the iron fist and that they would rather have territories. There could be a hierarchy of demons, like a basic military structure. Damn, I just said that. An organization, Fortune 500 structure. It says a basic military structure so that you could have demons over nations or ethnic groups. They also have them over Black people. They have them over mixed race people, Latin people, white people, all of these races. But the one that does people worse is the one that's over the Blacks. That's the one that works to kill, steal, and destroy, because it's the most powerful, most creative one that has created so much and that ruled the earth first. Okay. So they have them over races and they put them on to make them destroy themselves. So there could be a hierarchy of demons, like a basic military structure. Okay. There's your evidence in the Bible for territorial spirits. While the Bible, they said, does not give a complete picture of how Satan and his demons operate on the earth, it does give evidence for the possibility of territorial spirits. Daniel 10 is often cited as the beginning of such evidence. Daniel is praying for his people for 21 days but received no answer. Daniel 10, 2-3. Later in the chapter, an angel explains that he was hindered by the prince of the kingdom of Persia for 21 days. Daniel 10, 13-14. We would naturally assume this is a human prince until we hear that Michael, one of the chief princes, helped the angel in the battle. We know from elsewhere in the Bible that Michael is an archangel, Jude 9 and Revelation 12:7. So these are celestial forces fighting, not mere humans. Furthermore, the prince of Greece. So we have the prince of Persia and we have the prince of Greece. So this is one over Persia and one over Greece. Furthermore, the prince of Greece is mentioned in Daniel 10:20. This passage gives us evidence of territorial spirits in the form of princes and rulers, and also principalities. And some may make the connection to principalities mentioned by Paul, Ephesians 6:12. It appears there's a celestial war happening between angels and demons. Yes, there's the war in the heavens right now. And who's going to rule the earth? So the killing is going on. And they're going to split principalities and territories. I tell you, they're doing it right now. And they're going to chip you to make sure that they know which one that you belong in. They're saying this is happening right now. Ephesians, the principalities mentioned by Paul, Ephesians 6:12. It appears there's a celestial war happening between angels and demons around us. Advocates of territorial spirits also cite scripture about binding the strong man, Mark 3:37, along with other scriptures. 1 Corinthians 5:24, Ephesians 1:21, 6:12, Colossians 1:16. So there is scriptural support for territorial spirits. But see, it's not enough people praying in their area to do something about this and to release that area. Most black people don't know nothing about this and don't fucking care. They wait on Jesus to come get them. Or they think it's funny and they don't believe it, and that's why we have what we have. Along with our Native American blood, you got layers upon layers because some of you have more than one race in you, more than one ethnic group that's been oppressing you to create this problem. This is how do I approach strategic level spiritual warfare? Strategic level spiritual warfare is a strategy employed by those who advocate that Christians can have an effect on territorial spirits. See, Peter Wagner is a chief proponent of strategic level spiritual warfare. Now, so you don't have to be a Christian to do this. You have to be a spiritual being, a high vibration being to do this, to connect with these spirits, to connect with this frequency and the vibration. That's why I told you earlier, go higher in your vibration to 5D, 4D, and not because 3D is being dismantled. You can even go higher if you'd like to. I'm trying to stand here and read this, but my whole body just feels weak. I've been feeling weak the past few days. I'm doing the best I can to stand up, so I'm not going to stay long because this is really exhausting for me. And those beings that are talking to me, they're so heavy. They look like birds or drones or bats. They're so heavy, but they don't feel heavy. They would feel heavy to us because their energy is so strong and they're non-human. It says, discern the territorial spirit assigned to a city or area. Through 7 different methods, a Christian moving into an area for God's kingdom and the gospel message discover the names and assignments of territorial spirits in control of that area. Deal with the corporate sin of a city or area through several different methods. Christians address the sins of the people groups in that area. But see, this is the thing, another thing why you're not going to be able to do that. Because a lot of your pastors, a lot of your assistant pastors, a lot of your deacons are E5 priests, or voodoo priests. They can live in your neighborhood. They've been assigned to live there to check up on you. The one they know that has the light and has the problem. And to fuck with you or fuck with your kids and be friends with police and pay them off and do dirty shit. See, there's a Spanish man that gave his testimony. I said that's what he would do. He's from New York. And now he said he's a born again Christian. See, they're sharing. I'm going to stop right now because I'm really exhausted. I feel like I'm about to fall. This shit is so heavy and so deep. I just want to give you a taste of what they were giving me and why. That's another reason why you're not going to win this, because people are not working together as a group or a team. I don't know why you've been missing me, because I'm here almost every day. I'm always putting videos up. So when people say that, I get really confused about that, because I haven't left. I haven't taken a break. I'm here all the time. Yeah, that Rodriguez guy. He said it, and I saw other people. I saw African preachers, and they really is the motherfuckers over that shit. Them African voodoo priests and them preachers, yeah, they said it too. And they are something else. Most of them Spanish people are Santeria and all of them, they mix the African magic and voodoo, and they go to them to get trained and treated, and so do the mega preachers, black and white. That's where they go, because those are the most powerful ones on the planet. Oh boy. I gotta go lay down. This is I I don't think it's them not wanting me to tell, because they wouldn't have gave me the information. If they didn't want me to tell, I think their energy is just so heavy to me right now. It's hard for me to hold the energy. I'd have to lay down to teach it. Whoo, these things are heavy. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm doing the best I can to try to give it to you. Even when I'm resting, I'm still waking up feeling exhausted. There's so much here, and they'll let me see it. They'll let me draw it. So it's not that they're fighting me, because if they were fighting me, I wouldn't try to do it, because I know that it's not what they want me to know. I just think I'm being attacked by others who don't want me to know. I don't think the beings are. I don't think they mean to. They're just very intense, because their energy is so big and it's so heavy. So the thing is, I could lay down and do it, but the thing is, I have to draw the pictures they gave me, and I have to do a little more research so I can tell you. So I just ate, and I still feel whoa the fuck out. My legs feel heavy, like bricks are on my ankles or something. That's how intense this energy is. But I want to let you know some of it, okay? And so I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Please donate and subscribe.